Welcome back, everyone. A film about health, hope, and heroes. It's the documentary called Health Needs a Hero, makes its debut this weekend. And joining us is director Jen Olson, a familiar face here on KXAN, and star of the documentary, Ashley Castellano, to tell us about this documentary. Jen, we're used to seeing you in front of the camera here at KXAN, but you're behind it with a very special documentary.
Yeah, I left KXAN in 2005 and really put my storytelling, the love for storytelling, into a coffee table book about Town Lake.
Yeah.
Once that project was done, I said, boy, I really, the story of childhood obesity is so, you can't turn on the news without seeing it. But I really wanted to take an approach from a non-demonizing way, and to really solve the problem of any issue, you have to go to the people it affects most. So I wanted to tell the story through the hearts of kids that were going through it, and then obviously stakeholders that could support that message. And Ashley volunteered herself about a year and a half ago, and we've just completed the film that's premiering this Sunday.
And Ashley, you're from San Antonio.
Yes.
Right? So tell me about your experience.
It's just been different living here in Austin. Everybody's so athletic and they're always out, so I thought, I want to do that too.
But you didn't grow up like that, right? You didn't grow up exercising or riding bikes or anything. How did you grow up?
I just grew up, I guess, always sitting in front of the TV, doing chores, whatever my mother told me to do, and that's basically it.
Yeah.
So.
And you went through a difficult time at this high school where Jen found you.
Yes. It was basically my weight. I was always tired or having someone make fun of me. It was just hard throughout my whole 4 years of high school.
4 years, yeah.
Yes.
And Jen, when you went to this high school, you thought, okay, we're going to find, maybe a dozen at the most students whose, body mass index qualifies for this documentary. But you found so many.
Well, we looked at the whole district of San Antonio because obviously going to a district in an inner city like San Antonio could really help us, to find those individuals. But I thought I'd get 20 or 30 kids that we could choose from in a district of, 90,000 kids. And we ended up pulling up 650 kids with a BMI over 40, which is an indication that you're about 100 pounds over your ideal body weight. So we looked at a stack of papers that were 450-pound sophomores, 360-pound sixth graders. We went to the superintendent with the administrator, Roger Rodriguez, and said, we want to start filming. Ashley's high school had the highest concentration, and the superintendent said, we've got to help these kids now. And that's when we started a class called PE3, which is PE for the mind, body, spirit, and it's the foundation that I founded 2 years ago. So we started the class. Ashley was in the pilot course during her senior year, and throughout the course it became so successful and the kids started to respond so much that the Texas Education Agency made it statewide. Now my foundation and this film's proceeds are going to help implement that statewide course across Texas.
And your documentary titled, Health Needs a Hero, you found your hero right here.
Right. Yeah, Ashley is the hero. I became sort of her mentor during the spring. She didn't know how to ride a bike or swim, dance, really didn't have any type of movement in her life. So I kind of found myself going from filmmaker to mentor. When she graduated, her goal is to get into the Air Force, and I said, why don't you just come to Austin where, movement is a constant here. And I thought she'd spend maybe the summer, a month or two, and she ended up moving in with me and living with me for about 9 months. And she can kind of tell the story of what that was like. But 105 pounds later, but I think it was so much more of the inner growth that, the transformation that we saw.
And forgive me for asking the indelicate question, though, Ashley, but at your heaviest weight, what were you?
261.
261. And look at you now, because I want to talk about how you've lost so much weight. How much weight?
I suppose around 106 pounds.
Wow. You must be so proud. And training with Jen is amazing because, I mean, Jen, you 30-something marathons, this woman here.
Yeah, I'll tell you something. The thing is, Ashley volunteered for this, and that's really the key. I think you have to have the will to do it inside. And so when Ashley volunteered in February of last year, I knew then if I had asked her, it would have never worked. So really, I just facilitated what she had already chosen in her life. So I basically just drove her to the appointments, and I was a guide on the side, but she really did all the work, and that awareness and that want is really where the key to success is, I think, in reversing the trends that we're facing.
Just reading some of the reviews of the documentary brought tears to my eyes. I think a lot of children, a lot of adults, frankly, can relate to this documentary. And so you could see it this weekend, right?
Yes, it's going to be premiering at the Long Center. It's a beautiful venue. We're going to have all the stakeholders, or many of them that are in the film. Comptroller Susan Combs is in the film, Senator Jen Olson, Dr. Cooper we're honoring, who has seen Ashley 2 or 3 times throughout the film, and because of the work he's done with preventative health care, we want to just honor him as a hero to so many. But we're really coming together for awareness, to open conversations with thought leaders and decision makers that can make a difference. And then certainly families like Ashley's will be there. But 100% of the proceeds go back to the PE3 Foundation so that we can further the mission of helping kids just like Ashley.
And if parents or kids watching right now want more information about PE3, they can get that?
Yeah, it's pe3.org, and then the film's website is healthneedsahero.com. And you can watch a couple clips on the film, and you can see a little bit more about Ashley. But we encourage everybody to come out on Sunday. It's going to be a wonderful night of purpose, and certainly we hope everybody leaves not just resonating that night, but really making a difference of coming together with a collective force.
Absolutely. Ashley, how do you feel now?
I feel so much better.
Oh, congratulations. You look great. Best of luck in your future with the Air Force, too.
Thank you.
All right.